Welcome. In this video, we're going to look at how to set up the topics and settings for our help desk of Dalux FM. The topics are these icons and categories that's going to appear depending on how we set them up in the system. This is the way we make sure that our reporters send in tickets that goes to the right places automatically. To set up our topics, go to Settings, select Help Desk, and then select Topics. Here you can see our topics. These have been defined for this particular system and will look different for you. If I click on a topic, I can then see the whole setup of that topic. To create a new one, I click Create, and to delete one, I click Delete. Down in the bottom right here, I can edit the order which they're displayed in. This particular topic is about cleaning. The icon is set right here as a broom. They're set to no photo required, and the visibility is full, meaning that it is everyone and not just teams that can see this topic. Responsible for incoming tickets have been set that this can only be used on buildings, meaning that if you click on the map when creating the ticket, this topic will not be available. If I wanted it to be, I could click Activate over here, and then that activates for lots, and also means that I need to put on a responsible for lots of this topic. Up here I can see who's responsible for all buildings when it comes to cleaning. Now let's create one and take a look at a few different ways we can set it up. And then name it. For instance, outside areas. By clicking the icon, I can find a fitting icon by browsing or writing like so. Maybe we need a tree. Then I could deactivate this one for buildings, since outside areas wouldn't make any sense on the buildings. And then I can click Activate for placement on GPS and lots instead. Now I could decide if it should be specific lots or all lots that we select our responsible person and team for. This means that we can, both on buildings and lots, differentiate where our ticket goes depending on where it's made. If I wanted to have one responsible for all lots, I could click here and then select what team and person from that team that needs to be the responsible. I could set the deadline, which is the automatic deadline that goes onto the ticket, and a default contact person. I could also select if I wanted to auto order, if I wanted these tickets to go directly to a supplier if I use the supplier portal of the system. If I wanted to specify on particular lots who's responsible, I could do that like so, and then click Add. Same setup as before, but now I can choose either a region or select particular lots like this to select what lots I have set my responsible person and team for. For rooms, I can also activate this one, meaning that once we go into our drawings of our building, we can then specify, depending on room type, what topics we get. On assets, we can activate it for all assets or specific classifications, meaning that if we use QR codes in the system, we can scan the QR codes and it's automatically going to know whether or not this topic should be displayed at all and where it should go afterwards, dependent on if it's placed outside or inside of a building. Once I'm done with my setup, I'm ready to click Create, and now have created a topic. Let's take a look at another example. Heating and ventilation. Right here I can see that dialog support, which is a person in the team of team 1, is set as responsible for all buildings. And it's only buildings that this topic is for. If I wanted to have the exact same topic, but automatically go to different people based on where it's from, I could select specific buildings and the responsibles right here. Click add and then set one responsible for a particular region like East, and then add another one and set another responsible person for a different region like so. So now all heating and ventilation is active on buildings, and in the East region it's going to go to this person, and in the North region it's going to go to that person right here and the teams that they are in. This means that you don't need to create a lot of topics to make sure that the information that's placed onto the topics goes the right places after the reporter has made a ticket. Now let's take a look at some setup. We can here select the receipt the reporter is going to get once they've made a report in the system by writing it right here. We can set what login information is required right here. If we want the QR options here in the app to be active or inactive, depending on if we use QR codes or not. And the same goes for the floor plans and deadline information. We can decide if that's something that we want to give to our HelpDesk reporters or not. If we need a user-defined field on a topic, first we go to user-defined fields and then tickets. And maybe now I wanted to add a field that was related to our outside topic from before. This could be an option field called tree or bush, just as an example. I could add values to that. Like so. And then I click save. And once I go back to my HelpDesk menu and select user-defined field configuration, then I can here on my topics open them up and select if I want the user field to be on this topic. Like that. I could also link to all. That way the fields are going to appear on all of the topics. Now we've created that field and a topic. Let's go take a look at how it looks in the HelpDesk. Now we're over in the HelpDesk. If I create a new ticket and then from the list select a building, then you can note that our topic outside is not showing. That's because we're in a building. If I remove that again and click place on map and place it out here like that, then our outside areas have appeared. If I click that, you can also see that our user-defined field, whether it's a tree or a bush, appears down here in the bottom. That's all for this video. See you again next time.